Hello, my name is Rossella and today I'm going to do the D paper included in this book. Click on the links in the description below to find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and on my website virtuoso.com. Bye! As ever, the first section starts with rhythm and we are asked to circle the right time signature for the given bars. First thing, we see whatever gets our attention, and in this case I see two groups of things. Then I see two quavers together, which makes me think of a simple time. Two groups of things might mean 2/4. So let's have a look if this is confirmed. We have two quavers, which is one crotchet, and 5 semiquavers as a quintuplet in the space of 4. So 5 in the space of 4. This means that 4 semiquavers equals 1 crotchet. So we have 1 crotchet here and 1 crotchet here. So the answer is 2/4. In the next example, we see something very complicated and I don't know where to start, to be honest. But let's start with this. We see two groups of things and that might mean a simple time. But it also could be compound because we have 6/8. So let's have a look. We have 1 quaver here and 3 semiquavers in the space of 2. So in this case we have 2 quavers. Then we have 1 quaver, 1 quaver and 1 quaver. So we have 3 quavers here. This means that the answer here is 5/8. And this is because we're missing the 3rd quaver here, and definitely we're not in 2 halves because we have only 1 crotchet here and a crotchet and a half here. So the answer is 5/8. It is interesting to note that 5/8 could be grouped as 3 + 2 or 2 + 3. The difference is in the composer's choice. Remember this, and it can change within the same piece. Let's go ahead. How many groups of things do we have here? 1, 2, I've lost the count. It could be, well, more than 3 for sure. But there is something that catch my eye, and it's this duplet here. When there is a duplet, it means that we have 3 seats, and we have 3 seats in compound time. So we can exclude 5/4 or, oh my God, 10/8. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen it. I don't think it exists, to be honest, but it may be in contemporary music, to be fair. Okay, so we have 3 quavers here. 1, 2, 3. Then we have 1, 2, and 3 quavers here. 1, 2, and 3. So these are together. They are grouped together, even though they seem separate. But it's because this is 1 quaver, and we have another quaver to continue the pattern. Then we have a quaver, another quaver, and another quaver. So we have again other 3 quavers, and we have 1, 2, and 3 quavers together. So definitely this is a compound time and it's 12/8. Again, as I said, I wouldn't expect 10/8 here because I don't think it exists, and sometimes in contemporary music composers do something that is not really in the books. It's not official, but I wouldn't expect this to be shown in a grade 5 paper. So this is it. Question 2. In this question, we are asked to compare this bar with these 3 bars and tick the only box that shows the correct version of this bar rewritten in compound time. So we are in 4/4. The equivalent version of 4/4 in compound time is 12/8. And this is because, and there is a TikTok video which I link above here. There is a TikTok video about it. 2 quavers equals 3 quavers in compound time. This is because the number of seats, subdivisions, the technical name of it is subdivisions, change from 2 in simple time to 3 in compound time. The triplet disappears, the triplets both, because 3 in the space of 2 are replaced with 3 in the space of 3. So we have enough seats for these notes. Then 2 notes are not enough for our 3 seats, so we need a special symbol, 2 in the space of 3. And in the case of a crochet, it's the same principle. We have 2 spaces here, but we need to fill 3, so we need a dot. Now we only need to find this figure within the examples, and I think that we have it here because we have no triplets, a dot and a duplet. In this case we have a triplet symbol that is too much, is redundant, and we have a change of rhythm here which is not possible, so this is incorrect. The only possible answer is the first one, sorted. I am going to make a video of this, so watch this space because there is a lot to come about grade 5 theory. Question 3 for now. We need to complete the 2 sentences by adding a number. In 9/8 there are a number of dotted crochet beats in a bar. Well, 9/8 is 9 quavers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, grouped in 3. Every group is a dotted crochet, so we have 3 dotted crochet beats in a bar. Easy peasy. In 2 halves, this means half common times, so exactly the half of 4/4, okay, times 2 times 2. This figure here, a triplet of crochets, is equal to a number of minim beats. Well, this is always, guys, 3 in the space of 2, so this is the equivalent of 2 crochets, and 2 crochets is 1 minim, so it's 1 minim beat. Done. Very, very quick. Question 4. In question 4, we are asked to tick the box that shows the bar correctly grouped. Okay, this grouping, and there is a guide that I published, a step-by-step guide. Don't miss it because it's very useful to have a PDF. You can find it in the description below. And you will find also another number of step-by-step guides that you can purchase for very little money. Also, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you will receive all of these with a discount code. If you need anything, please email me, and the email address is below. It's virtuoso@gmail.com. Now, 9/16 means 9 semiquavers grouped in 3. So we need to have, where do I write it? Possibly here. I'll write it here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now we need to have 3 groups of equal things, which is a dotted quaver. All right. And let's have a look. Here we have 2 groups of things. This is already wrong. It can be. Here we have 3 semiquavers. Yes, fine, 3 semiquavers. But look at here. Why is this detached from this group? So it can be wrong. This floating thing here is not correct. We need to see that attached. So even without counting anything, I realized that the only possible answer is the first one. And in fact, we have 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3 semiquavers. Sorted. Here, guys, we need to start from the time signature. Otherwise, it's all confusing and very hard and long to answer. Question 5. In this question, we are asked to tick across the 3 boxes to show whether the rests have been added correctly or incorrectly. Again, first thing, the time signature, which is 3/4, and that means 3 crochets, 1, 2, and 3. We can eventually merge these 2 together into a minim, but we cannot do the opposite, so we cannot have this and this. This is incorrect. The reason is, I don't know, this is the rule, guys. I don't know what to say. It's the only rule that we need to remember. So, oh God, this is very confusing already for me. We have one quaver and one quaver, then there should be like a quaver here. So this is incorrect. It's too many things, too many items. Some of these must be merged. So this should have been a, sorry. This is really, so this should have been a quaver, and this can stay as a semiquaver. Yeah, so that's it. 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. So this is incorrect. In this case, we have everything correctly because we have 1, 2, and 3 crotchets. So all good here. And in this case, this is interesting. This is one quaver. Sorry, this is one crochet. This is 1.5 and another half. So this is a syncopation. This means that a longer value is between two shorter values. But in the case of rests, it's absolutely useless and pointless to write something like this, because it's this should give a rhythm, but the rhythm cannot be delivered by rests. So instead, this should have been written as a quaver, and a crochet. So this is incorrect. Brilliant. Section 2. This section relates to pitch. And then in the first question, we have to tick the box that shows the correct name for this note. Now, if you know my videos, and I link it below, is a very useful and quick guide about how to read the notes quickly. And there are lots of resources, so please visit my website because everything is in there. The link is in the description below. But there is a series of 4 very light and quick videos about how to read in all the clefs fluently, and I link it here. Now the alto clef is treble plus 1, and in treble clef this is A, La. So now we count La, Si, Do, Re, Mi, Fa. In treble clef, this note will be Fa, F, plus 1, G, Sol. There you go. In the second question, we need to tick the box that shows the correct enharmonic equivalent of this note. Enharmonic means the same sound. In fact, 2 notes could have the same sound, but have a different name. And there will be a video about it. Lots of you are asking me why, and a lot of my students are also asking me why to complicate things when we can call the notes as white keys basically on the keyboard. Well, because the notes belong to chords, and chords belong to a series of patterns that the composers want to follow. So if you call a note with another name, you change the name of the chord and you change the pattern. This is the shortest way I can explain this. Anyway, this note in bass clef is Mi, E, and this is because this is F, so one below is Mi. Now, to have a note that is equivalent to Mi, we can draw a keyboard and do this, and then it's always too long for what I need, but never mind. So the note is this one. Okay, this note could be called D double sharp or F flat, and in this case I think we have F flat here, because F double flat is Mi flat, and then D sharp is also Mi flat, so we're missing another sharp here. Sorted. Perfect. Question 3. In this question, we are asked to tick across the boxes to show whether this bar, including the key signature, the notes in this bar, including the key signature, have been correctly transposed up a major second. So, yeah. So, first of all, up a major second. This includes also the key. The key is F major, okay? It could also be to be honest, D minor, but it doesn't make any difference for our purposes because the major and relative minor keys share the same key signature, so we don't really care if it's major or minor in this case. Now, F, and we need the magic keyboard here. I'm drawing it bigger and bigger. Honestly, I don't really understand why I'm doing these things, but okay. So F, a major second, is one tone up, plus one tone, plus one tone. So Fa plus one tone is two semitones, 1, 2. G major equals G major. G major has one sharp, and we know this because G minus one semitone is F, and F is the last sharp in our key signature. There is a guide to this, and there is a series of videos that I will recommend you to watch. I link it in the next section. Anyway, this is the correct key signature. Now we need to check note per note. Fa plus 1 equals G. We've done it already via the keys, so this is correct. B natural plus 1 is plus one tone, sorry, not plus one step, is 1, 2 is Do sharp, and in this case Do is natural, so this is incorrect. It should have been sharp. Do plus 1 tone equals Re, not Re flat. This is D flat, so this is incorrect as well. And Re flat here, plus 1 tone, so 2 steps, it's Mi flat, not F natural. It's E flat, it should have been E flat. So this is also incorrect. This is it, sorted with a keyboard that you can draw on your scrap paper during the exam, and with some notes that you can take. It's all sorted in a very quick way. Question 4, the last one in our section 2. In this question, we are asked to compare the 3 bars and circle true or false for each of the 3 statements. To answer this question, a very important memorime needs to be applied. If the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? So middle C in bass clef is here, and this means that this Fa is just above middle C. Middle C in the tenor clef is here, so this means that they are the same pitch because it's just above. So A equals B. A equals B. And in the treble clef, middle C is down here. So this means that this is also just above middle C. So A equals B equals C. Brilliant. A and B are at the same pitch. Yeah, they are. True. A is 1 octave higher than C. No, they are the same. And B is 1 octave lower than C. No, they are the same. There you go. So first thing, observe and find where middle C is. Then you can do like a sort of equivalence, maths equivalence. There's a lot of maths in music, so I hope you like it. I hope you like maths. Just a tiny bit, just the basics. This is the end of section 2. Let's go on to section 3, which is very long and interesting. This section relates to keys and scales, and it's the only section that gives us 15 points, so it's quite important. The first 2 questions ask us to tick the box that shows the correct key signature for D sharp minor and D flat major. Now, the series of videos that I mentioned before are 2A, 2B, 2C and 2D. You can find them on the card up here or on my website. Go to theoryvirtuoso.com and select theory videos. You can see that there are 2 groups of things at the moment, but I update them every now and again. And through these videos, you will know how to answer this question quickly without spending too much time on reading the notes. In one of the videos, I say that the key signatures with sharps have either a 3 curve shape, or in the tenor clef, in the case of tenor clef, is 3 curves going up. We need to identify the number of sharps, but we have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So even without knowing that D sharp minor has the same key signature as F sharp major, so 6 sharps, we know that there are 6 sharps because it's the only option we have. So where do we see this shape? We have it here. We don't have it here because we're missing the smaller curve. We don't have it here because we're missing the longer curve. And we have it here for the tenor clef. So now we need to decide which one of them is incorrect. But look at here, guys, there are 2 notes that are the same. So this pattern is broken because we should have here, we should have a note that is down here. It should be on this line. So this is incorrect. The only possible answer is the tenor clef. So as you can see, I've sorted this out without doing anything rather than comparing the shapes with this. And honestly, this is the shortest way. Trust me, guys. I try to find the shortest way for you to answer the questions. Now we need to find the right key signature for D flat major. And D flat major, the options that we have is just with 5 flats, so we can trust that it has 5 flats. Now the flats, the shape of the flats is a zigzagging descending shape. So we have it here, we have it here, we don't have it here, we have it here. Okay, now the first flat is B flat because big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat, cheese and figs. If you don't know what I mean, watch the videos and you will know about it. Okay, this note is not B because this is middle C in the alto clef, so this is incorrect. This note is B in the bass clef, and this note is not B because this is middle C, so this should have started here on this note, so this is incorrect. Hence, the right answer is the bass clef. And again, with the minimum number of steps, we have sorted 2 questions out in just a few minutes. I hope you find it useful. Please let me know it in the comments below. Question 3. This question, guys, is one of the most laborious, but there is a guide for this and you can find it on my website. If you go to shop, so theoryvirtuoso.com, go to shop and find all the numbers of the questions that you want to sort out. Anyway, so follow this and you will be fine. We have first the sequence of sharps, fun coloring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast, fado, so, re, la, mi, si, and then the flats are the sharps in reverse. So big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat, cheese and figs. Please make up your fun sentences and then send them over to me. I'm trying to publish them all together. Thank you. Now, the first example is with with flats. So let's have a look. We are in the treble clef. First of all, we have B flat, here it is, E flat, here it is, then we have B flat, A flat. So this is a major key because there is no big step between one sharp and the other one. Is a major key. And when we have 3 flats in the key signature, the penultimate gives us the key. So this piece is in E flat major. There you go. Easy. Sorted. Fantastic. The next example is in bass clef. So we have So sharp, Do sharp, and Mi sharp. Okay, this is interesting. To have these 2 sharps, it means means that we have also fa sharp, but the reason why I haven't ticked it is because it doesn't appear here. There is also another important fact here. When there is a gap between two sharps, it means that this is the leading note. So this has been raised. This is the leading note. Now to find the tonic, we need to go one semitone higher. This is E sharp, and then a semitone higher is F sharp. And this is a minor key because this only happens in a minor key. So it's F sharp minor. Brilliant. The last example is with flats again, so we better rub them out. Okay, we have Mi flat, we have La flat, and this means that we should also have B flat, but in this case, B is not flat. And this is because, again, this has been raised because it's the leading note. So to find the tonic, we go a semitone higher from this and we find C. So this piece is in C minor. The raising up thing only happens in minor keys, and this is because in the major keys, the scale presents already the leading note a semitone below the tonic. So we don't need to raise anything up, okay? It's only in minor keys, so you can exclude all the major ones here, you see? It's impossible that they are major if there is no B flat. Because for these two flats to be in the key signature, it means that B is also flat. So the key signature will have these three flats, but we will have a natural here symbol on the score in reality. I hope this is clear. Question 4. In this question, we are asked to tick the box that shows the correct notes for the given scale, and the scale is D harmonic minor. Now D minor is the relative minor of F major, and F major has one flat, which is B. In the case of a harmonic scale, we have the 7th degree that is raised, only the 7th degree. So I would expect a sharp here, but anyway, let's have a look. Re, this is Re. So let's write the names of the notes. Do, Si, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re. Okay, so this C is not flat in the key signature, but it's raised because it's the leading note. So it's C sharp. Let's go ahead. B is flat, so B flat. This means that we have this interesting augmented second between the 7th and 6th degree, and this is the typical thing in a harmonic scale. There will be a free guide about it, so please go and have a look on my website every now and again. And I would also recommend you to subscribe to my Instagram account, to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, because I do publish things about, I don't know, terms and signs, or I do say things on Instagram about what I publish, what you can find for free, what you can buy from my website. All my news are on Instagram, and TikTok is about videos for piano players or for music theory learners when they want to know about they want to have tips for their practice or for Italian terms that are very difficult to remember. And I know this because I'm also an ABRSM examiner, and people that take grade 6 to grade 8 exams still need to refresh their memory about terms and signs. So do subscribe. Do follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you. Question 5. In question 5, we are asked to circle the correct clefs for the given scales, and the scales must be minor, and this is important, okay? Now, there is no more shortcuts than the ones that I tell you. We have to try every clef, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. But first, the order of sharps and flats. Fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, si. And then the flats, si, mi, la, re, sol, do, fa. Guys, the names of the notes must be learned in both do, re, mi and ABC. I'm so sorry, but don't tell me that it's confusing, please, because it's not. It's only because we become lazy when we have to change something. Please do change this bad habit. Do know the notes as do, re, mi as well as ABC. None of the do, re, mi speakers are confused with ABC. I don't understand, because the other way around it seems to be so difficult. So please don't tell me that it's confusing. Now, let's try with the treble clef. We have, in treble clef, this note will be fa. F minor is the relative minor of A flat major, and A flat major would have 4 sharps here. So I don't think that this is the case, because we just have a sharp, so it can't be. In the bass clef, this should be, this would be, in the bass clef, this would be A. So A minor is the relative minor of C major, and C major has no sharps, no flats. In this case, in the case of a harmonic scale though, we would have a sharp, but on the 7th degree. Not here, this is not the 7th, this is the 2nd. We always count upwards, so no matter the direction, you go upwards. So this is the 2nd degree. So no. In the alto clef, which is treble plus 1 or bass minus 1, this note will be sol, G minor. G minor is the relative minor of B flat, and B flat has 2 sharps. Sorry, 2 flats. B flat major, 2 flats. In this case, we have no flats here, just a sharp on the 2nd degree. So I don't think it's the alto clef, guys. It must be the tenor clef, but let's check. In the tenor clef, this is minus 1, treble minus 1. This is E. E minor. So E minor scale is the relative minor of G major, and G major has 1 sharp, F. And in this case, we have Fa sharp here. Why is it all without anything? Because it's a natural scale. So this is E minor, natural, or melodic on the way down, or melodic. Natural or melodic. Okay, because the melodic scale downwards is a natural scale. Next example. In the treble clef, this would be called E sharp, Mi sharp. Mi sharp minor doesn't exist because it should be the relative minor of G double sharp, but it doesn't exist. So goodbye. The bass clef would make us read the note as this note is G sharp. G sharp is the relative minor of B major, and B major has 5 sharps because the penultimate sharp is A minus 1 semitone. We have a few sharps here, so let's have a look. We have Fa sharp. So this is, if this is G sharp, okay, this is G sharp. Sol, Fa, okay. Mi, no sharp. Re, yes. Do, yes. B, no sharp. La, yes, sharp. And Sol, that is also sharp. So I think this is G sharp minor. And in fact, we have the natural scale here because there is just the number of sharps there is in the key signature. So I think the answer here is the bass clef. Oh, I forgot to circle this. The answer is the bass clef, but let's exclude the other ones just in case we missed something out. Anyway, G minor. The alto clef plus 2 means that this is F sharp minor, and F sharp is the relative minor of A major, and it has 3 sharps. So we have too many sharps here. And the tenor clef would make us read this note D sharp minor. D sharp minor doesn't exist because it's the relative. It would be the relative. No, it does exist. D sharp minor is the relative minor of F sharp major with 6 sharps. So that means that we're missing a sharp here, and we are also missing a double sharp for the leading note. So this is incorrect. Brilliant. Next one. The next question starts if it's in treble clef, this will be so flat. Now so flat minor would be the relative minor of B double flat, but it doesn't exist. Goodbye. In the bass clef, this would be called B flat. B flat minor is the relative minor of D flat major, and D flat major has 5 flats. Now we don't have them here, but these could be raised because it's an ascending scale. So we need to watch out for the 6th and 7th, because in the melodic scale, the 6th and 7th degrees can be raised. So no, must be raised, not can be, must be raised. So if we have all these flats, let's have a look. So B flat, okay, B flat minor. Let's assume that this is B flat. If this is B flat, so B flat, okay, Do is not flat, Re flat, yes, Mi flat, yes, Fa not flat. And then we have Sol and La, G and A, that should be flat, but it might be raised. So I think the answer is B flat minor, to be honest. Let's exclude the other ones. In the alto clef, this will be C flat minor doesn't exist. And in the tenor clef, this would be A flat minor, and A flat minor doesn't exist because it would be the relative minor of C double flat. C flat minor doesn't exist. So here it is. Here is the final answer. Long but safe, guys. That is what I would say. Please let me know in the comments if this is useful. And do let me know if you bought one of the guides and you find it useful. Thank you. Question 6. In question 6, we are asked to tick true or false to show whether the scale has been written correctly or incorrectly. The chromatic scale. So first of all, we need the... Where do I write the keyboard? Oh, here usually, right? Yeah, I think so. Don't ask me why sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, because I have no idea. This is the alto clef. Don't panic. It's treble plus 1. So Fa sharp becomes, or bass minus 1. Fa sharp becomes G sharp. So here we are. Sol, So natural. Fa natural. We're missing Fa sharp. This is incorrect already. This is false. We don't need to get further because it's already wrong. We're missing Fa sharp. This is Fa natural. So it's G sharp, G natural, and Fa sharp. No, wrong. Let's go on to the next one. In bass clef, treble plus 2. So this is Do. This is Do. Okay, Do, Do sharp, Re, Re sharp, Mi, Mi sharp, Fa sharp, oh, Fa double sharp, yeah, so far so good, G sharp, La, La sharp, Si, and Do. It's a bit tricky here, but correct. We wouldn't normally write it this way because it doesn't really facilitate sight reading, but it's fine. It's correct. There are no mistakes. Question 7. In this question, we are asked to, again, to circle true or false. This note, which is Fa flat, should be the submediant. Okay, submediant, this is really confusing. It's the 6th degree. It's not the one below the mediant. I have no idea why it's called like that. Of A flat major. A flat major has 4 flats, and in this case is Si, Mi, La, Re. Okay, this is the penultimate. But Fa is not included in the time signature, so this is false. Fa can't be flat. This note, which is Re sharp, they say that is the supertonic, so the 2nd degree of C sharp minor. I think so, because C sharp minor is the relative minor of E major, and E major has 4 sharps. Fun coloring gigantic drawings. E major minus a semitone is D. Do download for free one of the guides in which I talk about this. It's very useful, and my students use it and they say that it's also useful, so I trust my students and my viewers, of course. So Re is included in the key signature as a sharp, so it's true. This note, which is Mi, is the subdominant, the 4th degree of A minor. So La, Si, Do, Re. Yes, well, no, the 4th degree of A minor is not E, but it's D. So the answer is false. This is the 5th degree. And we have finished this big session, and I think, guys, that I'm beating the records of sorting this out in the shortest amount of time possible. Do let me know if this is useful, and write a comment, email me, message me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I only try to do things that are useful for the students of all the world. So do follow me, and with your comments and your messages, I would say that you do contribute to my content, because I can see what my students need, and I do create content based on that. So your comment is vital for me. Thank you so much. Section 4. This section is related to intervals, and again there is a free downloadable guide that you can take from my website. Go to resources and you will find it there, theoryvirtuoso.com. The first question asks us to tick the box that shows the correct name for each interval, and we need a keyboard. Okay, first of all, the number, we can count it from, there is also a TikTok video about this that could be useful. I link it above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The names of the notes first. I'm getting confused here. La flat and Sol flat. And this is a 7th. Okay. To find out which type of 7 this is, I use the flip over technique, and this is it. We swap, we flip the intervals over, and we find a second. G flat, A flat. What kind of second is this? A major second, because it's 2 steps, it's 1 tone. The 2 notes are 1 tone apart. So a major second flipped over becomes a minor 7th. So the answer is a minor 7th. So again, flip them over, you find a second, find the type of the second, and then the opposite will be our interval. A minor becomes a major, and a diminished becomes augmented, and vice versa. Next one, this is a compound interval because it's bigger than an octave. So what I will do is that I either raise it up of an octave or I lower it down. I just lower it down just for for my, I don't know, just because I find it useful. I don't know. It's my choice. This is re and this is fa sharp, okay? This is important, is in the key signature, so every fa is sharp. And this is a third. Now let's analyze the third. A major third should be 2 tones away, so 1 and 2. Yes, so it is a major third. 1 and 2. So this is a compound major third. Did I say second before? I'm not sure. This is a major third, not major second. Okay. Last one. This is in bass clef is sol and la flat. Now sol la flat is a compound interval because it's bigger than an octave. This time I raise this up and I find a second. Now let's analyze what type of second. Sol to A flat is a minor second because it's just one step. So this is a compound minor second, compound minor second. If I want to find the other name of it, I need to do 2 plus 7. So a compound, sorry, not a compound, it's a minor ninth. There you go. This is the answer, a minor ninth or a compound minor second. Sorted. Question 2. In this question, we are asked to circle the correct type for each interval, but to circle it, we need to know the number. So we have to do what we've done before. I write a keyboard here so I can use it for both questions. Okay. The first example is first the names of the notes. Guys, if you miss this and you misread the note, you find another interval. So this is quite important. Sometimes my students don't write the names of the notes down. Please do it, because sometimes we read them correctly and then we get confused as we think along. So do write them down. B flat and do. Okay, it's a second. Okay, it's just one step. Now, what type of second? B flat is 1, 2 steps away from do, and that means there is a tone apart. So it's major. It's a major second. The second example includes a key signature, so we should not miss the flats. In bass clef, this is mi flat and this is G flat. Also, guys, if we miss a flat, we're calling a note in a different way and then we find another interval. But not only that, if you play the piano, you know that the key is different. So it is vital. I can't call a person that is called Anna. I can call her Susanna because it's another name, right? So it is important to call the notes as they are. Okay, mi flat, G flat. Okay, mi flat. It's a third, 1, 2, and 3. To be major, a third needs 2 intervals. So mi flat, 1.5. So we're missing another half, which means that from major, it becomes minor. The last interval is compound, and we know this because it's further than an octave. Now this is re and this is la. What do? I write this down, shall I? Okay, re la is a fifth. Re, mi, fa, sol, la. You can also count it here. Re, mi, fa, sol, la is a fifth. A perfect fifth needs 2 tones and a half. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3.5. They are 3.5. So it is a perfect interval. Done. Question 3. In this question, we need to write the notes to form the given intervals. And in the actual exam, you will need to drag the notes from a number of options that you have. Careful, don't miss the sharps. Now we have a key signature here, and this is fa sharp. Now an augmented fourth is a perfect fourth plus one semitone. So so first the name of the note, if we want 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's a B. Okay, now we need to see if we need an accidental. From fa sharp we need not 2 tones and a half, but 3 tones. So 1, 2, and 3, and this note, and now you get why we need the sharps, and this cannot be called do because otherwise we make it a fifth. This B is sharp because this cannot be called do, otherwise it's a fifth. Fa, sol, la, si, do. Now let's check. 1, 2, 3 and a half. Sorry, 1, 2 and a half, and another half because it's augmented. Next one, a perfect fourth from B. First the name of the note, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Si, do, re, mi. Now let's have a look. From C to mi. Perfect fourth is 2.5 tones. 1, 2 and a half. Perfect. So this is already perfect. Si, mi. A compound major third. Okay, we can find the simple interval first and then we raise it up of an octave. This is in bass clef fa sharp. A major third is 2 tones away. So 1 and 2. The note is la. Oh, sorry. I need to do it smaller. This note is la, so 1 and 2, and then it's sharp. So la sharp. Now I raise it up of an octave and I write a la sharp here. That's it. A compound major third is sorted. In the last example, we have a diminished seventh. A diminished seventh is a flipped over augmented second. So let's find an augmented second down and then we raise it up of an octave. From sol, an augmented second is a tone plus a half, okay, because a tone would be a major interval plus a semitone, it's augmented. So sol, a tone and a half, is fa flat, okay. We can't call it E because if we call it mi, it becomes a third. It has to be a second. So it's fa flat. Now this is an augmented second. Now we raise it up of an octave and we find a diminished seventh. This is the safest way to answer this question, and many students tell me that it is working. So do let me know if this is also your case. Thank you. And section 5. The fifth section relates to chords, and we have 3 questions. They go further and further into the chords. Here as well, there is a guide for answering question 4.5.1, but you can also browse every now and again, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will be alerted if I publish another guide. These guides are not for free, but you can buy them with a discount if you sign up to my newsletter. In this first question, we need to find the chords that form the cadences. And the only chords that we can find are 1, 2, 4, and 5, not other ones. And this is important. First, the key. We are in G major. We start on G, we finish on G. That's G major. In this case, we evidently have additional notes that are called passing notes. To find them out, we need to find a way to put the notes in order, so we have this combination: on, off, on, off, on. So if we imagine to have one note, one finger on each key of the keyboard, we put them up, and this is the chord that we need to find, okay? This is it. So let's have a look. We have C, La, Sol, and Si. There is doubled. Sol, La, Si. So we have this shape. Evidently, La is the extra note. Now we put them in order, is Sol and Si. Now we have two notes, but we need a third one. The best option is to try. You put it up or you put it down and see which one makes sense. If we add a note up, we would find D. And this D will make us be, with G as the bottom note, the tonic. So I think this is it. But let's go on to the other option. If B is the top note, this note here would be E. But E for G major is the 6th degree and is not in our options. So this is it, 1st degree. Then we have Re, Fa sharp, and La. And they are already in order because Re, we have Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. So we have the two notes in the middle, they are not pressed down. So Re is the bottom note, and for G major, Re is the 5th degree. Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. So it's 1/5 and the cadence will be called imperfect. We don't need it here, but we would need it for question 2. Next one, we have La, Do, and Mi. Perfect. La, Do, Mi, I think they are already in order. We find it very easy here. La is the bottom note, and for G is the 2nd degree. The next example has a repeated notes anyway. Do, Sol, Mi, and Si is repeated, but we can cross it out. Now, if we put them in order, it's Do, Mi, Sol, I think. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. So Do, Mi, Sol. We make it a scale in which 2 notes are missing. The 2 middle notes are missing. Do is the bottom note, and for G, Do is the 4th degree. Sol, La, Si, Do. 4th degree. Now we can have a 5th degree here to make an imperfect cadence, or a 1st degree to make it a plagal cadence. Let's have a look. We have Sol and Si. I think that in this case this is the bottom note, it's the 1st degree, so we don't even have to try and put E, because E would be the 6th degree, so no. And this is the perfect cadence. Again, we don't need it for this question, but we will need it for question 2. I hope I'm not going too fast, but let me know. You have 3 other papers here and 3 more books, each of them including 4 more papers. So I hope you've watched them by now, and so I hope you know that the basics of what I'm saying. Anyway, question 2. In question 2, we have basically the same thing as above, but we need to tick the box that shows the cadence. So we need to identify the chords, find the degrees, and then find the cadence. We are given the key in this case, and it's F major. Very useful, thank you. So now let's identify the notes. We have Fa. Where do I write them? I'll write them here. Fa, La, Fa, and Do. Fa is doubled, and then in order there will be Fa, La, Do. Fa, La, Do. Fa is the bottom note and it's the 1st degree. Brilliant. The next one is Do, Sol, Mi, and Do. Do is doubled, and in order it will be Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. So Do, Mi, Sol. Do is the bottom note, and for our F major key is the 5th degree. Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. So this is 1/5, and it is an imperfect cadence. Next one is D major. So we have, in this case, we have La, La, well, one is doubled, Do sharp, and Mi. La, do, mi, it's already in order. La is the bottom note, and for D is the fifth degree. Re, mi, fa, sol, la. So fifth degree. The second chord is made up of Re, fa sharp, La, and Re. Re is doubled, so goodbye. Re, fa, la, already in order. Re is the bottom note and the tonic as well. So this is 5-1, is a perfect cadence. Brilliant. Done. I hope this is useful. Question 3. In question 3, we are asked to go even further because we need to identify what is the position of each of the chords that we find. So we have fa sharp, C, Re sharp, interesting, and fa sharp. This is clearly a leading note, and in fact we are in E minor, I forgot to say. So fa is doubled. In order will be si, re, fa, I think. Si, do, re, mi, fa. So si, do, re, mi, fa. And the bottom note is B. And for E minor is the fifth degree. Mi, fa, sol, la, si. Now, at the bottom of our chord here, do we have C, do we have Re sharp, or do we have F sharp? We have F sharp, so this is 5C. And this is it. Second example, La, La, Do sharp, and Fa sharp. Okay, La is doubled, and in order, I think it's Fa, La, Do, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. So Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. Fa sharp is the bottom note and is the second degree. Now, at the bottom of our chord here on the score, do we have Fa sharp, do we have La, or do we have Do sharp? I think this is A, so this is 2B. This is it. Last example, we have Do sharp, La, another Do sharp, and Mi. Do sharp is doubled, and in order they will be La, Do, Mi, I think. So this is already in order. La is the bottom note. And for E minor, La is the fourth degree. And in fact, if we count Mi, Fa, Sol, La is the fourth degree. Now, at the bottom of our chord here, do we have La, do we have Do sharp, or do we have Mi? This is Do sharp, so it's 4B. Again, guys, I tried to make this question easy to answer and very quick. And I feel that I've achieved this because lots of my students and my viewers tell me that they find it easy. So I hope this is okay. Let me know it in the comments below. Remember that by commenting, you do contribute to change or improve my content or the way I explain things. People tell me that I explain things well, but if you don't think so, let me know. Or if you think so, also let me know. Thank you. Section 6. This section relates to terms, signs, and instruments. And it's very much like down to experience and memory. To answer the first question, remember, use your experience. Every time you play something, do remember the way you interpret it. You interpret the passage to remember the exact meaning of that. Sometimes we can use a similar word in your language, and if you do have it, make a list or make flashcards. And speaking of that, I do have some flashcards free for all in my website, so do go on Theory Virtuoso and go on resources. You will find them there. They are also linked through a QR code to videos that I publish, and because I believe that if you read and watch something, it stays stronger in your mind. Also, because I'm Italian, I help people a lot with the real meaning of the terms. Deciso means decisive, so with determination, decisive in English, decisive. And anime means animato, so animated, similar. Langsam, and this is more difficult if you're not a German speaker, it's slow, langsam. If you play Schumann, you find that a lot because Schumann writes in German. So with some experience you would know this, langsam, slow. Next question. In this question we are asked to tick the box that shows the correct name for the developed embellishments. There will be a guide for this, so watch the space, and Instagram, because I will put it over there, or also YouTube sometimes. This long thing is definitely a trill. That's the only thing that is really long. This is the case of something called gruppetto. Gruppetto means a small group of notes, and it goes like that. Note, upper note, note, lower note, 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 upper note, note, lower note, note. This is it, gruppetto. In English, this is called turn, so the upper turn. And you see that there are turning, like this curve is the shape of this. Gruppetto, upper turn. It exists also the lower turn that goes like this, but in this case we don't have it here. Sorted! Question 3. In this question we need to circle true or false for each of the statements. The cor anglais is a transposing instrument. Yes, it is. How do we know this? Well, because we've learned it, or we watched one of the videos of the London Symphony Orchestra, I think it is, Philharmonia Orchestra. I link it below. It's very useful, and I ask all my students to watch them because they are really, really useful. They are great. Oboe uses a single reed, no, double reed, otherwise there's no sound. The reeds are actually vibrating together, so they make that sound as we know it. The trumpet can be played una corda. No, because corda means string. And also there is a video about this that I link below, and on the card up here I explain the meaning of una corda, and it's only on the piano, so no, it's false. The tubular bells, oh wow, produce sounds of definite pitch. Absolutely. It's quite fun to listen to it. Wow. It's the first time I find this question. A violin can be played sul G. Yes, sul sol. It means on the sol string. Yes. Sorted. Brilliant. Section 7. In this first question, we are asked to compare these bars with bar 6 of the oboe part, which I copy out here. It's in treble clef and it starts on this La. Okay, now, again, to answer this, if the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? So first, where is middle C in treble clef? It's down here. So it's almost 2 octaves away. In the alto clef, the C clef, middle C is here, and this is 1 octave. So A is, this is 1 octave. In the bass clef, middle C is here, so this is almost an octave, so A and B are the same. So they are written here. Okay, here, this is. And C, the C example, this is in the tenor clef, and middle C is here. So this is also the same, plus C. So they are all written an octave lower than the original. So where do we have this? Only C is correctly written. Only A and B are correctly written. Only B and C are correctly written. A, B and C are correctly written. This one. A, B and C are all written on this note from here, which is an octave lower from the original. That's it. Sorted. Question 2. In this question, we need to circle true or false for each of the statements that regard the music that is on the previous page. The notes in bar 3 of the oboe part are marked to be played semi-staccato. Not really, no, that is staccatissimo. That means staccatissimo. I'll write it here. Staccatissimo. All of my students would know that issimo means very, because I say bravissimo, bravissima. Staccatissimo means very staccato, not half staccato. It's very staccato. The music is in simple duple time. Yes, because 2 halves is simple duple. Yes, true. It's in 2 halves, so yeah. 8 bar is in the key of, bar 8 is in the key of F minor. Well, bar 8 is in the key of F minor. I don't think so, because F minor would have A flat, so there's no A flat in this bit, so it's false. Also, if the piece is in F major, why would the last bar, the end of the piece, be in a minor key? It could be the opposite though. It could be that a piece is written in F minor and then the final chord is in F major, because they changed the third degree of the chord, and they make it terz. The piccardia third is called. Is when the third is raised. Piccardia. I don't know the name in English, sorry, but it's similar to this. And then it's when you raise up the third degree, and by raising up the third degree of a chord, you make a chord major, a minor chord, you make it major. The music should be played at a fairly quick speed. Not really, no. Allegro assai means a lot. So no. And finally, in bars 1 to 4, the oboe plays at louder dynamic than the piano. Yes, absolutely. Forte against fortissimo, mezzo piano against mezzo forte, and forte against fortissimo. So yes, true. Brilliant. Excellent. Question 3. In question 3, we need to tick the box that shows which instrument would play easily the oboe part without struggling. Well, not the trombone, because the trombone is really low. Double bass is also really low. The bassoon is fairly low, so the only one is the violin. The violin plays with the violin key clef, which is the treble clef. So definitely the violin, yeah. In question 4, we need to take the box that shows how many times the dominant of D minor appears in the oboe part. So the dominant is the 5th degree, and in D minor is La, A. And if we count it, it appears 7 times. And here they are. So 7. In this question, we need to add 2 numbers for each of the statements. There is a tie in the right hand piano part in bar 3, and this is it. Well, we have more than one tie, we have 4 ties. There is an interval of a major third between two notes next to each other in bar 7 of the oboe part. And here they are. So it's not the one between Sol and B flat, but it's the one, because B flat makes it a minor third, but it's between Fa and La. So 7. This is it. And with this we have finished the D paper, and with the D paper we have also concluded the latest book published by ABRSM. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. Do let me know it in the comments below. Stay in touch and let me know when your exam is due, and especially let me know how it goes. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was useful. Don't forget to leave a like down there and share it with your friends. If it was useful for you, it will be useful for other people too. Now, if you want more sample papers published by ABRSM, click here and find the video you're looking for. In the meantime, I would like to thank all the ones who are messaging me and leaving comments. You know that I always read them and I always reply. And thanks to all the ones who are telling me that thanks to my videos, they have improved and feel more confident. This makes me so happy. What else to say? Happy music, everyone. Bye.